Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Exterior, and today we'll be doing the 30 days of anime challenge, but instead of making it 30 days I'm going to call this mini-series 30-ish days of anime challenge. Basically, if you don't know what this is a series of questions that you're meant to answer on a day-to-day basis. And basically I'm going to be answering a few questions within one video, and then obviously the rest, so on and so on. So this video is basically a mini challenge that's aimed for myself to kind of answer these as best as I can and as truthfully as I can, as well so you can find a bit more information about myself when it comes to anime, as well as a bit of a challenge for you guys watching, as I'd like to see your answers to these questions down in the comment section below. But with that out of the way, let's jump right into it. So question number one. What was the very first anime that you watched? Now, if we're talking about very first that I actually watched, it's going to be Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the first anime that got me into anime, because after I watched quite a few of the episodes, I fell in love with the series and I started exploring anime more as a genre. But then, after a while, I kind of went off anime and got back into it. So in a sense, the one that got me back into it was actually Cardfight Vanguard. But to answer this question truthfully, the very first anime that I watched would have been Dragon Ball Z. Number 2. Your favourite anime so far? Very tricky one, because there's been so many brilliant series out there. And just to name a few, you've got A Certain Magical Index, you've got Full Metal Alchemist, Haikyuu, Bongo Stray Dogs, We Never Learn, Death Note, Full Metal Panic. The list is endless. So this one is pretty difficult, but for me personally, narrowing it down to 2, it would be Bongo Stray Dogs or A Certain Magical Index. And to answer this, I'm going to go with A Certain Magical Index, because I enjoy every single character that we meet within that series. I find the storytelling for the most part pretty good and consistent. There's not a lot that goes wrong. Animation wise, there's some really good animated scenes in it. Everyone has a unique ability and they use it pretty well throughout the series. So, A Certain Magical Index is going to be my choice for number 2 as my favourite anime so far. Now, moving on to number 3. Number 3, we have favourite male character. Again, a very difficult one, because we've got so many, like Edward Elric, we've got Hinata from Haikyuu, we've got Toma from A Certain Magical Index, you've got Accelerator, you've got there's just so many I'm struggling to think here. But to answer this question, I'm going to have to go with Edward Elric, because all round I find him to be a really good character. He's funny, he's got a great personality, he has some amazing quotes throughout the series of Full Metal Alchemist. Fight scenes he's pretty good, and his backstory is top notch in my opinion. I love the fact that it's quite tragic, but it comes from a very nice, genuine place, because as a kid he just wants to bring his mother back. And well, in doing so, he becomes the Full Metal Alchemist, and, you know, his story unravels from there. So overall, I find Edward Elric to be my favourite male character within anime at the moment. Now number 4, and the last one for this video, is going to be, who is your favourite female anime character? So we've had the male one, now it's time for the female. And this one is probably more difficult, because I tend to prefer the female characters, because for the most part they tend to do a lot more. And they tend to progress and develop a lot more in terms of characterization. So, to name a few that I could pick out from a list would be Wendy from Fairy Tail, Makoto Misaka from Index, you've got Tessarosa from Full Metal Panic. You've got not going to say anyone from Astra because we've only had one episode really. We got Emma from Promised Neverland. You've got let's just have a look here. Well, technically you got Rimuru from that time I got reincarnated as a slime, but he is genderless, so pick and choose. There are so many decent female characters out there, but for me, my favourite has got to be Makoto Misaka. Just everything about the character just makes me enjoy the shows that she's in even more. Her personality is quite short-tempered, but yet kind and generous. Her abilities are pretty unique, and I like the way that they're showcased within the show that she's in. And overall, I would say Makoto Misaka is my favourite. It does kind of fluctuate between three characters though, those being Wendy and Ruby from Ruby. But overall, Makoto just about takes the top spot for me. So then, those are the 4 questions that I'm going to be covering in this 30-day-ish of anime challenge, and I want to know your answers to the questions down below. Tell me your very first anime that you ever watched, if you can remember it. And tell me what your favourite anime series is thus far, who's your favourite male character, and who's your favourite female character. In the next video, I'll be going over a few more questions. If you want me to kind of add a bit more than 4 questions, so let me know in the comments down below. Or if you actually want me to do a video each day on 1 question, then let me know. Feedback would be appreciated. So then guys, that's going to be all for this video. If you've enjoyed, smash that like button. Remember to participate along with this challenge, along with myself. And subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me. And until next time, I hope you have an amazing day. And well, keep it anime. I'll catch you all guys later. Bye.